Welcome to Orlando, Florida. A couple of teams hoping to finish their season in magical fashion by taking home a victory in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team is out there, ready to get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Off the RPO, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Manning. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So Michigan's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab on the shot. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They're going to mark him just inches short of getting that first down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Good, right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wingo. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Picked off to stop the threat. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. He leaves it with the back. There he goes. Got the first down and more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
It's caught downfield. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. And you just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding, they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound, not letting the screen beat him. Nowhere to go.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Now the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. It's complete to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. He'll go to the sneak. The sneak scores it.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll give it to him again. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Longhorns' first season in the SEC was a rousing success and so close to even more with a late loss to Ohio State. Steve Sarkisian and the Horns have the expectations right where they want them.
You said expectations. Has there ever been more hype around a quarterback in Arch Manning since, I don't know, Tim Tebow? People are expecting so much out of this young quarterback. If he hits the ceiling, David, this is going to be a really tough team to beat.
And he showed you flashes a year ago when he filled in for Quinn Ewers, and I think those flashes were so great. And then Texas, man, this is a program that's on the rise. The last couple years, making it to the Final Four in the sport, they're ready to take that next step.
Makes the grab, it's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration, everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Finds the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Got room to work. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the lone running back. At the 35, he's open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Morgan. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. Pulls it in, it's Marsh. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Marshall. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Going to the running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play.
Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll leave it with him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
The Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
It's complete to the left. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Manning. Finds his big tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
And the timing just a hair off.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
It'll be third and long. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Morgan. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Rush is on him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Wolverines will punt this one away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Moore. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A first half that gave us some riveting moments, Reese. Not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
The Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
As an offense, you've got the lead. You've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
Off play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch in the middle, it's Klein. Gets it out across the 40, stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Tight end now in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. To the air, it's Manning. Trying to run the screen, and it was almost picked off. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Unloads to the wideout, and it's incomplete on third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Morgan. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Burnt orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, and making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Grab behind the line. It's Baxter. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Off the play fake. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Fires to the middle. Got him in the open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, this running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We've got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Under fire, looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time, the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You got to be so careful, too, Dave, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
Another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for them.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. Never a doubt. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The run from the shotgun. There he goes! Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. What a ride it's been so far, and I'll vote for having a classic finish as we take a look at our game stats. Time to see who's going to head into the offseason with a big W as we start the final period. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Here's a heat. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Handoff from the gun. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on 3rd down would make it easier. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
Now on first down from the 30. The inside handoff. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wideout. Hands it off. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. The throw to the outside is complete. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Turns it on in midfield. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence, for this offense's confidence, and right now if you're on defense, you've got to find an answer for this guy.
Catch in the middle, it's Marshall. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. With the catch, it's Morgan. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. That'll bring him to within 4.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead. Now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and try to make plays late in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Makes the catch. It's Moore. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big, you've forced a 3rd down. One more big stop. Now I can get them to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
The give to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
The Longhorns send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Back to pass, it's Underwood. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it.